Hopefully this works. Alright, it's working. Cool. I intend to get you soft, so land in my arms. Hello everybody. Welcome to... Hold on. Pause that. Copy. Oh, me already fucking... Alright. Never mind. Hello. Welcome to something sad, something depressing, more or less updating and talking about a few stuff, because to say shit's been going on is quite the understatement of other stuff. I know that this is probably interesting for y'all to see that I'm streaming at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, but the reason why I'm streaming at 1 o'clock in the morning is because I don't want any of my family members to barge in on me while I'm talking about this type of things, because a lot of stuff has been happening that I try to hide behind the scenes, and yesterday, or by this time 2 days ago, I did what's referred to as the dumbest thing in my life. And honestly, I feel, in my personal opinion, that I have personally let every single one of you, of my 7,030 and 300 subscribers down, because 2 nights ago, or in theory yesterday, I hate to say it, but I tried to take my own life seriously. I attempted to slit my wrists and failed miserably. In theory, I'm technically not supposed to even be sitting here talking to you guys, because to say that I was doing it seriously, I was making sure that I wouldn't have lived. Because after failing 6 times already, I couldn't at all fail 7 times in a bloody row. But apparently I did, because I'm still sitting here talking to you guys. I honestly, I don't know what came over me. Personally, in my opinion, I'm honestly through with everything. I don't feel... I've even covered this in most of my videos, but I don't feel happy. I don't get motivated, and personally, I don't get inspired anymore. It's like a null feeling. And dealing with all the mental conditions I have, and all the pain of depression that I go through on a daily basis, and not even being able... Maybe you should take a break. I've been trying. I really have, but the last thing I need is silence. Like, I was alone, and I honestly... I don't know how to explain it. I'm sitting here alone, And I just started thinking, like I usually do because I'm so isolated and alone, because the only friend I have in real life is Soulstorm, and we rarely go fishing and stuff like that, but I'm always alone. So I think to myself, try to find things, and I thought to myself, why? Why should I even be here? Why do I even try? Which is a question I've been asking myself all year. Why do I try? The fact that you reached out to us is the bravest thing you've ever done. This is my 7th time. The only reason why I'm talking to you guys about this is because it is so serious that everyone in my family now knows about it. Because the reason why I didn't die, the reason why I'm still talking to you right now, is because, as I said before in multiple of my videos, I have DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, best referred to as multiple personality disorder. And pretty much what it is it's like 4 people living inside your head. You're basically you're, imagine you're a plane of glass and someone took a hammer to it. You're fragmented. Everything is fragmented. And I did not know at the time that one of my alters was co-fronting with me. But he was, and he saw me doing it, and well, he decided to lock me out of my body and warn Ryder about what I was doing. So, to say that I gave both my stepfather and my mother a heart attack is an understatement. And I had to bear witness to both of them break down. Mostly my mother. And my sister. And everyone. It's honestly, I don't know how the best way I can describe this to y'all, but it's just been so painful. I know most y'all will not understand the pain I go through on a daily basis, and I'm glad that none of y'all have to go through my pain. But when it comes down to finding happiness, finding peace, I haven't been able to do that for a long while. And the only peace I've ever had, or happiness, was with the bitch who fucked me over. And that's it. The only thing I feel happiness do is making people happy. And I can't even do that because every time I try to make somebody happy, I get fucked over. You can talk to us all night. We'll be here through it. Well, I'm also answering questions or concerns that y'all might have. You may notice that I'm actually able to interact with you a lot more, not delayed as usual. That's because I turned this stream on to real time. So I'm actually seeing your comments in real time. And I'm talking to you in real time. It's like basically being over a voice call, from what I understand. My voice sucks, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm only here for a bit, but I'll stay as long as I can. If you need to go to sleep, please do. I would not recommend you staying up all night just because of me. But no, it's been hard. Running this channel by myself, it's hard. Doing anything is hard. Because something that my stepfather told me is, I think fame got to your head. Hello, Arcana, how are you? But I try and try to only really fail, really, and I think it's that thought that made me do the thing that I did last night. And I'm gonna be real with you all. I don't expect you to forgive me for attempting to take my own life. I don't. It was a coward thing that I could done. But I'm tired. I'm tired of waking up thinking to myself, what am I gonna fucking do? What can I do? I'm tired of waking up and having to force a smile because I can't. I'm tired of acting happy, even with my friends. I don't want to make them depressed because I know that I'm a very depressing person. So I have to be happy, though it is not real. I hope you felt better, Daya. Is there anything I can do? Please don't be afraid to reach out to me. Just talking helps, really. Currently, I'm sick with the flu, so that's why my voice is like this, I believe. No matter what, I'm subbed to this channel because I enjoy the content, and I'll be legit here to the end. That's the thing, as I said before, I probably already said this already, which, you know, hopefully it's not COVID, yeah. But just a thought, because this brings me to a topic that I've always, been about, which is trying to prevent suicide. I have to say, if you're thinking of doing those things, it is not good. Because I had to bear witness to the aftermath of doing that. Suicide isn't a cowardly move. Even when people are depressed, they don't think rationally. They believe what's the best option right now, as hard as a sentence that believe. Suicide is never the best option for anyone. I thought that at the time, because I didn't want to deal with the pain, which theoretically kind of sucked because I was in pain the entirety of the night and locked out of my body, so that's another thing. But I had to deal with the aftermath of my attempt, because all 6 of my attempts previously were silent. I did it in the silence. I did not have nobody know, especially when I put a bullet, or tried to put a bullet in my head. No one knew about it until I told them about it. This is the first time that they know that I've attempted all my life. And the aftermath was gut-wrenching and heart-crushing. I didn't see it. I was locked out completely from my body. They would not let me out until my stepfather got home. And all I remember was holding the knife, and then right in front of him. And I traumatized literally everyone, even the people in my system. And it's just, I don't really know how to explain the pain of watching my mother completely break down, so much to the point that she was hyperventilating. I watched my mother almost have a heart attack. I think that it would have been 10 times worse if she saw me dead. And it was painful. It was really painful. But I'm seeing a therapist now, which costs at $300. So that's fun. $300 just for a person to give you their opinion. It's like YouTube, but if you had to pay for subscriptions. Twitch. But, yeah. In theory, I'm technically not supposed to be talking to y'all because if I didn't have DID, I would have been dead. I would have died. Right here. And no one would have known because no one checks on me. Which is the scary thing. I still feel like I want to die. I still feel the feelings. Though I know the aftermath. Which is the sad thing. I still feel like I want to die. I feel like this pain that I bear is ridiculous. I think you should be allowed to vent out to us once in a while if you feel like it. Honestly, I don't want that to be my content. If you die, I'm gonna cry my eyes out for real. It's kind of sad saying this, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just a person over the internet. Which is sad, but sadly true. I'm just a person over the internet. Fuck, I don't even know if this is real. Honestly, at this rate. But, no, I still feel like slitting my wrists. I still feel like putting a bullet in my head. And definitely delete the stream after if you feel like it. No, because I want people to know this. So under the circumstances that I don't post for a year, that you know what happened. It's sad that I have to make this because I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself around anything. A knife, gun, fire, I don't trust myself. Because I just don't. I feel like, personally, I just feel like wanting to die. It's sad because I don't want to, but I feel like I want to. I don't know how I can describe it. But honestly, this pain, stress, everything, it's just tearing me apart. I have to deal with so much. People over the internet can still be friends, family, soulmates, long distance. That doesn't matter. People care about you and trust you. I have no idea how people trust me. I don't trust a lot of people. Mostly because I've been fucked over so many times, it's ridiculous. At least 300 people. I honestly think those people are just from my freaking video of Dia slamming his head into the pavement. So, I don't know, Chief. Or they are here because they think, oh, he's just that guy who just licks videos on Sketch. Oh my god, he's a Sketch YouTuber. Which, honestly, is just the dumbest fucking thing in my entire existence. I wish I never made that goddamn video, honestly. Mostly because the simple fact of the matter is, I wouldn't be as popular. And most of the fact, I really wouldn't have these issues. Fuck, actually, I would still have these issues, just if I died, no one would give a fuck. Which sucks, but you know, that's life. But no, the pain I'm talking about, if you're probably wondering, is, of course, the pain of running this channel, the pain of having to deal with people, the pain of having no inspiration, no motivation, no happiness, having to be depressed every fucking hour of your life. I'm not this happy-go-lucky person who fucking makes jokes on the internet. I'm not funny at all. I'm depressing. I'm always depressed. Every waking hour of my life, I'm depressed. The only reason why I act happy is because I don't want people to feel this way. Why do I even draw? Or why do I even make the shit? Because although I can't feel inspiration, I want people to feel inspiration. I want to make people inspired. Which is what mainly my whole thing is, to inspire people, because I can't be inspired. I at least want people to feel what I can't feel. I guess it's just that fucking meme. I can only guide people with the fucking treasures I can't obtain. I think I even said that in my fucking video. I can't feel these things because I don't know why. I just don't know. I look at art and I'm like, that's cool. There's only one artist. Only been one artist who's managed to fucking inspire me. Is fucking a person who was on the old sketch that ended up killing themselves. Which you can obviously tell isn't fucking good. You do give a fuck. Yeah. Do you feel that your desire of fame is one of the causes for this? I don't care about my fame. Honestly, I don't. I look at it as just merely more about a status. It's just, hey, cool, congratulations. A bunch of people can listen to your opinion. Which, honestly, my opinion is sometimes right, but most of the time is wrong. Apparently, since I had a fucking video made on me about saying, hey, all this karma stuff, which was fucking stupid. I just ranted about it because of all the bullshit. But apparently, people fucking still hate me because of it. You have a good night, Ash. Have a good one. But, no, it's just, I don't care about fame. I don't. Although, I wish I can start properly getting paid for what I do. Not because I'm just a greedy cunt. It's because I need to eat. Trust me, if I could and I had the money, I could do it myself and I'd donate this to fucking charity. But I can't. Because, believe it or not, being a pescatarian is hard. Which, for those who don't know, pescatarians mostly eat fish and shellfish. Rarely occasionally red meat. Because their stomachs can't really hold the red meat. What mine can't, or else it triggers my IBS. So it's hard. Especially when you have to only eat fish. And fish is expensive. Especially when no one else buys fish and you're forced to eat chicken. So, pain. But I think really what really caused all of this, or I think you can eat veggies. Yeah, I can eat vegetables. But I think what really caused me trying to end my life was, I'm gonna be real with you, and I mean this with all sincerity, everything. As much as I diss on her ridiculously, like even going so far as to saying that she's a bitch, I miss my ex. And I know it's fucking probably stupid, like, oh, that's kind of pathetic or some shit like that, but no. I miss the happiness that we shared. And I never got closure for our breakup. And then my pawpaw died. The only closure I had from him was in death. And here recently, I had a friend fucking up and blocked me and told me to go just leave me alone. I did not know what I did. I did not know exactly what I did. I never got closure. I don't get closure for a lot of things. And I think, really, that mainly did it. It's like, if I'm really this shit of a person, because I'm gonna be real with you, I've heard the saying, you can't love somebody till you love yourself or find love in yourself. I fucking hate myself. I despise me. Honestly, I'm nothing more but a narcissistic prick with a fucking voice. That's literally the best way I can describe myself. The narcissism fucks me over so much, it's ridiculous. And me just being an asshole just fucks me up. Do you ever have anyone close to you can talk to? No, my mother and everybody else in my family has an issue with talking to. Honestly, my mother is not the best person to talk to when it comes to this stuff, and my sister, be it that she is a good person, and be it that all the other stuff, I really, as much as I am a religious person, I really don't want to hear fucking God brought up in every single issue. I get it, praise the Lord, be it Him, Holy Father, but my God, when it comes to my fucking health, God does not have anything to do with it. Basically, beat your head over the Bible. I have many things I have to say. I have poor social skills, but surrounding yourself with comfortable things like hugging your mom, family comfort, basically. Yeah, I can't have that. Honestly, I can't. I hug her, but when it comes to my mental health, it's the epitome of walking into a brick wall with spikes. That's the best way I can describe talking to my mental health with her. It's annoyingly painful because she brings up points that make no damn sense and slowly but surely turns the argument to herself, and it pisses me off. That happened today, and I walked outside. I just couldn't handle it. I felt like giving into my life there. It was ridiculous. Do you have an appointment with the therapy soon? Monday. This Monday, I'm having a therapist call my mom, and we're going to have a Zoom call for 2 hours. $300 just to have someone give you their opinion. No, but her answers is not just the Bible. It's just where I'm religious, and I'm sort of very religious, but I believe that everyone has the ability to live their life the way they want. I am not allowed to force anything upon another person for which it is not my job to forcefully do anything like that. If they wish to live their life, that is their decision. It is not my place to do anything like that. And it's definitely not my place because I'm not God. Yeah, advice from someone who relapsed yesterday, never seek closure from their parents. Worst mistake of my life. Yeah. But, yeah, honestly, when it comes to that type of stuff, it's pain. As I said before, that happened today. That wasn't helping me. I was getting pissed, depressed, still wanted to die more than usual, but I didn't have a weapon, so. And I walked outside, and I went to the only place that I could feel happy. Well, not happiness, but I guess peace. Not happiness, just somewhere calm and quiet to think. And I went to this little river that I go to, and I used to fish before hurricane, what was the hurricane's name, came by and fucked it up, and now it's just a tiny little pool I used to fish mussels for. And I found Makoa, which, for those who don't follow my Twitter or my Discord, she is my new pet turtle, which I enjoy. She's very fun to have. And we built her a enclosure and stuff like that. But, story about Makoa. I was sitting, of course, thinking, super fucking depressed. And now, she is a red-eared slider, which is common turtle. They get quite big. But, you see, the turtles that are born in the river are always covered in moss. It's a defense mechanism because they're commonly picked at by birds, and birds are pretty smart because they'll throw them on the ground and eat them and stuff like that. So a baby native to the river will always roughly have moss covering them. They get really mossy. And this one was clean. Purely clean. And this ain't no, like, newborn. This is a hatchling. She's been alive for, like, probably a month now. Or probably a few weeks. And she's purely clean. Meaning, someone got Makoa and didn't want to take care of her and threw her in the river. And I found her and brought her home and put her in a fish tank. And now she vibes. She has a little rock that she sleeps on. I think she's sleeping on right now. And she has food and all that nonsense. But she's but a baby. She's supposed to get pretty big, and they live like to 30 years. So I'll be in like my 40s by the time that thing dies. Turtle vibes. I've always loved turtles. Turtles are basically, I fucking love one. I always wanted a turtle. And I don't want to say that God probably put her there, but, you know, it feels like it. It feels like it. Because if it wasn't for me storming outside, I wouldn't have found her. I wouldn't have found her, and she would probably have died because a bird would have picked her up and eaten her. But yeah, she's enjoying her life. She's happy, which kind of makes me happy, which is a good thing because I barely feel happiness, which is already fucked up as it is. What's something you do to make you feel relaxed by fishing by that river? So usually the river is very shallow to the point where I can just simply walk in it. And since I'm a pescatarian and since I can't have red meat, I go fishing. Sometimes just to catch my own food. And the most relaxing thing I normally do is looking for mussels. For those who don't know what a mussel is, it's a very tiny shellfish. And they're common in freshwater rivers. Very common. Hell, sometimes you'll find them at the bottom of lakes. But they're this tiny, tiny shellfish. And you can get big ones, but you know, they take a long-ass time to grow. But what I like to do is go to the river. And this is only when I storm out, because I don't put on shoes when I storm out, because I'm just, you know, I'm pissed, and I'm depressed, and I kind of want to die. So I head out barefooted, and I go to the river to look for mollusks. Or mussels, I'm sorry. And by the time I usually come home, I have like a fucking humongous handful of mussels, which I promptly boil and cook and eat. They're very clean shellfish because they filter out a lot of the bacteria. So they're very clean, which, you know, this is good because I don't want to get sick. I'm not vaccinated, so that's even worse. I know, not vaccinated and have the flu, that's even better. But when I come home with these giant handfuls of mussels, I just promptly boil them. Yeah, that face is promptly. My life has always been on hard mode. It is ridiculous. I found that out actually when I went to go get my ID at the DMV, which pisses me off. And yes, all of you are probably questioning, how the fuck am I still alive being 18 and not vaccinated? I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you if I could. It's probably God. I don't know. I have questions for both when I die. But, yeah. I figured that out when we went to go to the DMV, and I needed a third form of identification, so we went through my mom's file box, and we found an exemption for shots. Every single vaccine I was exempt from. including the flu. This is the second time I've had the flu. Or third, technically. Hardcore, let's play on hardcore, pretty much. I'll live. Maybe since you're technically a legal adult, you can get vaccinated. I honestly kind of don't. You're an American! Yeah, that we don't get free healthcare. Sorry about that. Look, that actually was funny. But, no. I personally am not probably going to get vaccinated anytime soon because, honestly, I don't like needles. I have a phobia of needles, and I fucking hate needles. So much... What? L, Q, and D of the free? Huh? I don't know what that is. Probably because I live under a rock, but, where was I? Yeah, I found out that I'm not vaccinated. So much land of the free. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, I'm sorry. But, yeah, not vaccinated at all. I'm surprised I'm still alive. I have online classes now, my dude. Please take care of yourself. Go focus on your classes. Oh, speaking of classes, that leads me on to the next topic of my fucking venting. I fucking hate myself for the simple fact of the matter is, I really am the most dumbest fucking person you probably have ever met. Mostly because of the simple fact of the matter is, I'm not smart. I have a very high IQ, but I'm not smart. I'm what you refer to as street smart, because, God, did I not pass any of my classes. And not just because I'm bad at it, because it's not that I was bad at my work. It's the fact that the school that I went to, looking back on it, they should have fucking done something. They should have fucking done something. I say that in that tone for the simple fact as they were fucking lenient. They didn't do anything. They didn't fucking try to teach me anything. They fucking didn't care. So now, I'm suffering from my own fucking stupidity and other stuff. Because they didn't do anything. They fucking didn't do anything. They thought I was mentally autistic. Which, I am autistic, but not to that degree. Which pissed me off because now I have a middle school learning gap. I can't learn certain things. I'm stuck having to get my GED, which, by the way, is not fucking easy. Especially when I haven't been able to start the prep because I've been focusing too much on other things and attempting my life. I now realize I've been talking too much about certain stuff and I haven't really been answering questions. If you have any questions resulting on any of this, you know, you have Asperger's? Yes, I have Asperger's syndrome. You can't pass schools unless you waste all your money on private lessons. I didn't pass school. I passed school because they fucking pitied me, which brings back a memory that pisses me off when my ex said she only dated me out of pity. Which pisses me off. It makes me sad. Because ever since then, I've been trying to find someone else. And I've been failing miserably at it. Most people believe that, you know, you're working or you're just learning so much that you don't have time for a relationship, or women are nothing more but trouble, or some shit like that. When all I really just want is someone in my life to look at me like, not like a friend, or not like a family member, but as a lover, as someone who loves you for who you are and isn't a friend or family member just as a girlfriend or just anything. And look at you and tell you that they love you or that they're proud of you or anything like that. That's what keeps me going. And that's what motivates me. But I haven't been able to find it. I found it once. And never again. Because I can't go outside. I can't go to school. I can't even fucking work. So I'm trapped in my house. And I can't find anyone to love. And I don't want no damn long distance relationship. I want someone that I can see in real life. Because a person can tell me that they love me over the screen all they want, but unless they're standing right in front of me and telling me that, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't. And it hurts. Have you ever got in contact with your ex since you broke up? Funny story. And this is why, although I hate her, or my hatred for her, it's more of an even split. As much as I fucking despise her, as much as I fucking hate her, to the point where I would lash out and scream to the top of my lungs at her, I would still take her back. And because I know she's a good person. But the story about that is, this is around the time I recently turned 18. I was outside, and this is actually kind of an anime moment, but I was actually thinking of talking to her and seeing if we can restart things, since she was an adult, I'm adult. We don't start off as kids like we were, but we start off as an adult. You know, starting up. And what happened in that conversation, she started making excuses. And I still don't have closure because it was over a fucking text message, first off, but she told me a bunch of bullshit. How I wasn't respecting her parents or any of that stuff, which is a fucking lie. I respected them so much it was ridiculous, going so far into asking her father to have the permission to engage with her, be married, because I'm old school. I'm not going to just come out of nowhere and say, hey, will you marry me? No, I'm fucking gonna ask your dad for permission, which I promptly did. And he smiled at me and said that's up to her. Which she said yes, which pisses me off. But she told me that she would never love me again because of those reasons. Which is bullshit, first of all. And blocked my number. And that's the point where I lost most my respect for her. Because the reason she gave was more but an excuse. And nothing more but lies. Going so far to fucking blame me for everything. Blame my condition, which that hurt. Blame everything on me, because fuck, Chase goes through a lot. Let's just blame it on him. Which destroyed me. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not the same person. That person died long ago. I don't know who I am. I'm certainly not Daya, and I'm certainly not Chase. I don't know who the fuck I am anymore. Because I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like me. I feel like there is a gigantic hole in my heart. And no matter how hard I try to fill it, it doesn't fill. Which led me to probably doing the thing that I did last night. Which probably led to me trying to kill myself the multiple times that I've tried and failed. Let me read some of these comments. Okay, but that's disgusting that she would admit that why she dated you. Like, the fact that she dated you for the reason is already bad, but the fact that she admitted knowing full well of your mental health was, like, awful. I'm so sorry. I appreciate it. You'll find love again. We all will. If you keep thinking you can't find love, just remember your ancestors did. My ancestors were fucking stupid, in my opinion. My father is still fucking stupid now. But, no, honestly, my life is hard. My life is painful. Like I said before, the pain that I hold in my heart, the pain that I carry, and all the stress that I carry on my shoulders, it takes a toll. And I'm gonna be real with you, first of all. If any of you guys ever had to hold any of the pain that I currently feel, you would probably feel the same way, obviously. But you would think, how the fuck do you even do it? And I'm be real with you, I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't know how I'm able to hold all this. How I'm able to hold the pain of knowing that the one that you cared so much about, the one that you were going to marry and possibly have a life happily with, did that shit to you, knowing all the stuff about you, knowing that probably one day that it'll happen again, knowing your condition's never gonna get better, knowing that you're dying faster than anybody else, knowing that no matter how hard you try it, no matter how hard you wake up thinking to yourself that everything's gonna be fine, but it's not. Knowing that no matter how bloody hard you want to believe that you can have motivation, you can have inspiration, you can inspire people, that it doesn't happen. I think that is literally the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting the same bloody fucking outcome. And it eats away at your sanity. I personally don't think that I have anymore. Because it takes a lot to make me do something like that. It takes a lot to make me say fuck it and attempt to take my life. That's only happened only 7 times, but very rarely. And seriously attempt to take my life. Because I didn't fucking just try. I was hellbound and determined to bleed the fuck out and die. Sadly, one of my alters saw it and stopped me and told everyone. And now I'm here still. I think the fact that you made it this far is really inspiring to us. You should feel pity, honestly. But up to you, really. This is honestly... I'm surprised that I've even made it this far. I'm surprised that I'm honestly still alive. With not being vaccinated, being isolated, alone, most your family hates you or just fucking doesn't give a shit or doesn't understand. Having to deal with the stress of thinking to yourself, what am I gonna do today? Or fucking, what am I going to think today? You're strong. I am not strong. I'm just stupid. I do the dumbest things and it works. Pretty inspiring to me. Whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna be real with you. I do the stupidest things and it fucking works. Like, say for example, the video on Sunny Sketch. That video was made so half-ass, so stupidly, and so fucking poorly that it built my fucking channel from the ground all the way the fuck up. And even the fucking meme that is now known on my goddamn channel of Dia fucking slamming his head into the goddamn pavement, that was so poorly made, half-ass, and I didn't put any effort into it. I am literally the epitome of fucking fake it till you make it. Because I'm not happy. I'm not. Best animation of the century. No, it fucking isn't. But I'm not happy with anything. My life, the way I live, anything. And you probably are going to be saying, just fucking change it, Lamau, or if you're not happy, then make it happier. Find something that makes you happy. If I already did that, I wouldn't be fucking depressed about it, and I would not be dealing with it. I have attempted to make myself happy multiple times, but apparently attempting isn't doing, because apparently trying isn't doing. If I hear trying isn't doing one more fucking time, I will succeed this time. I am so fucking tired of hearing people tell me that trying, or me telling people that I have tried to fucking do it, there's a train, or fucking tried to do it, and they turn around and say, well, trying isn't doing. I'm literally so done with hearing that fucking excuse that I will succeed next time. And I don't care. Because I have tried my fucking hardest all my goddamn life to be happy. I have tried my fucking life to feel an inch of happiness, to be inspired. And I can't, no matter how hard. Even hobbies, to get my mind off of it, I always end up failing. It's like I try things and it doesn't work. I try to take my mind off it. I try to fucking do things. It doesn't fucking work. Drawing is a fucking example of this. I draw originally because I was happy and I could fucking be inspired by an artist. And I was kind of in that Undertale phase, I'm not gonna lie, and I wanted to make a character like that, which is kind of the reason why Daya wears a striped shirt, funny enough. And I was inspired by that. Not anymore. Every time I draw now, it just reminds me of myself. Because Daya is nothing more but a mere imitation of me in real life. He's a narcissistic prick that no one likes. And I've already said this in tons of my streams. Shadowland Prophecy was originally supposed to be a hidden biography of my life. Everything that happens in Shadowline is hidden things that's happened in my life. But I'm rewriting it with my co-writer, and I think it's gonna be better. But everything in the current Shadowland Prophecy was supposed to be hidden nods at my life. It's my way of coping. Man, why do girls have to play with our hearts? They play to make you feel happiness at the end, and then they do that shit that could change us. I don't know who the guys who said these things, but they sound pretty insensitive, I'm sorry. But, and trying to talk to people about this shit, they don't understand. Because they don't come from my point of view. They come from an outlook point of view. Because there's something that I heard that suits me well. You may not understand it because you're not directly influenced by it. Say, for example, what you may think isn't important to somebody else is the end of the world. What you may think isn't anything bad. Your brain says otherwise. Because secretly deep down, you do think it is important. Although you don't think of it initially. People, they don't think about you. They're thinking about their opinion on it. They don't look at it in your perspective. Or most don't. Because this is one thing that most can understand, but friends are family to me. I never had a childhood. I was constantly bullied, which led me to pinning that kid up against the wall with a pencil to his throat, but that's besides the point. I didn't have a good childhood. I didn't. Constantly having to go between visitations with my father because of stuff that he did. Having to fucking live in an apartment that was so run down it was ridiculous. And rarely seeing my mom. On top of all the other things. Friends are family to me. I don't see them as just friends. I see them as people who genuinely I care about, which is one of my fucking flaws. I care too much about people, which leads to me getting fucking betrayed half the damn time, which is why I'm such an asshole, but bros before hoes, fuck, not even. Everyone deserves love. But, no, it's... honestly... it's just a lot. And back to the topic, I'm tired of hearing that. Because I try my fucking hardest. I try to find hobbies. I try everything. I'm what you refer to as a jack of all trades, master of none. Henceforth why I ask myself every fucking day of every waking hour, why do I even try when I'm just gonna get shit on? When I'm just gonna fail? How do you even fail at blowing your own fucking head off? I couldn't tell you. But from experience, I'm even surprised. Because I loaded the bullet and everything. Clicked the hammer back and pulled the trigger. I'm still alive. The bullet never went off. I sit here today curious of why I still live. Some may call it coincidence, others divine intervention. But if you're gonna binge watch all my videos, I wouldn't recommend that. You might die from an aneurysm. Maybe your alters have something to say. I don't want to bring any of my alters out right now. I really don't. They're still fucking traumatized. I don't think there's amount of times I can say sorry for having to put Fred through all of that. For having him bear witness to me attempting to end my life. I don't think there is enough sorry in the world to fix that mistake. Because I traumatized the livid fuck out of him with that. Having him see me with a fucking box cutter? No. I want them to at least calm down first. But no. I just keep thinking to myself, could you introduce us to your alters and who they are? They don't have to come out. Okay. There's Fred. He's a nice one, and the one that stopped me. He helps take care of me and helps me with everything. There's Jack. Not the Jack that was with Dia. The different Jack. He's what you refer to as a very overprotective person, to the point where he trusts no one, but he's very passionate about protecting me. There's Theodore. He's calm. He's very calm. He cares about me too. He's just like Fred, but as I said, more calm, down to earth. He reminds me of Dracula in a way, but minus the evilness. And this one is probably something. There's Ash, who she doesn't talk, but she's technically the most dangerous one in the entire system, because since she doesn't talk, She's more logical. She is super dangerous because she believes in the logical decision. If she thinks that it is logical, she will continue down that path. She stems from my decision making. Jack stems from the anger and hatred and pain, I think. Fred, I don't know where he stems from, and I don't know where Theodore stems from. I sense that there is more, but I don't know. There's 4 currently, but I don't know. It's a pain to deal with all these people, and it sucks. But those are all of them, and they are pretty traumatized after that attempt. I'm just scared that I have a prosecutor somewhere in my head, which is purely designed off of pure depression. Which, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Someone is texting me on Discord. And it's my co-writer. I kinda... he asked if I wanted to join my podcast. This isn't a podcast. This is me talking about serious stuff. If Fred is there, can I say... I don't want him to come out. As I said, he's traumatized. He's just very traumatized. But I'll let you know. I'll tell him you said hi when he calms down. They are all super traumatized from my attempt. Because I was locked out of my body for the entire duration of Fred fully fronting and telling everyone. So, you know. Yeah. He told my brother, and from what he told me, he's never seen my brother in such a state of panic and worried that it almost felt alien to him. Which, to me, that is a big surprise. Because I was always under the impression that he fucking hated me. It made me change my outlook and opinion on him. He told me a lot of things that happened. Told me that one of the things that he said was, I lost my papa, I don't want to lose my brother. Now, knowing under the impression that he hated me after hearing that from Fred, it made me feel a feeling I rarely feel. And it was weird. Because he's always hated me my entire life. And it made me feel weird. My brother has, on multiple occasions, tried to kill me. Back when we were little. Hell, Jack still has a memory of one time Ryder got super pissed off and attempted to kill me with a knife. Of course, my brother has changed since then. He's much more in control of his anger. Therefore, I'm also in much control of my anger. I admit that I'm not a good brother. That So when he was little, yeah. But I admit that I'm not at all a good brother. I am, as I said, an asshole, narcissistic prick that cares only about himself. Fuck, I don't even care about myself. I fucking hate myself. But honestly, yeah, that's what I was understand meant. And my brother is the type that holds grudges. But, you know. Pain. But yeah. Any questions? I mean, he did make comment with you. Yeah, but it's more or less when before then, but any questions, concerns? Or, well, there's obviously a lot of concern in the chat, obviously, because, you know, Dai attempted to kill himself for the 7th time in the fucking row. When did you figure out you had DID? Simple, when I was minding my own business, and Fred decided to show up and talk to me. And when I literally felt my heart break into shattered pieces. Apparently, from what they say, I already had it. They just laid dormant for ages. Until Debony, my ex, broke up with me and woke every single one of them up. And I figured that out when I had my first switch. Which, let me tell you, my first switch was fucking terrifying. It was literally the epitome of terrifying. Because all I remember was my head getting the epitome of a sponge being drained out of all of its water. And the next thing I know, I'm in a different spot, my head hurts, and it was weird. I ended up fucking crying because I did not know what the fuck was going on, and I thought everything was coming to an end. I thought everything wasn't real. But no, apparently it was real. Because Fred decided to fully front and clean the entire kitchen. In my mind, the only thing I saw was the sink, and then everything faded to black, and then next thing I know, I'm not in the kitchen. So in a way, it felt like teleportation. But it wasn't. It felt like that, but honestly, it was weird. It's like being knocked out with anesthesia. It goes in, you feel woozy, you pass out, and then after like 2 seconds, you're in bed. That's the best way I can describe it to you. Not to mention, my head hurts every time they front or co-front. It's decently uncommon for them to front fully, but it does happen. I've had it once happen with Jack, back when he was relatively new and hated everybody. But yeah. Fronting, it's painful. Because the best way I can describe how it makes your mind feel, imagine you took one of those big sponges. Now imagine you filled it with water and soap. Now imagine the pain of pins and needles in your leg. Add it onto the sponge, which is your head, and squeeze until every single water is out of the sponge. That's how I felt. It was so painful, it was ridiculous. Even now, I can only barely hold a full co-fronting with Jack or Fred. Because after a while, it hurts my head so bad that I feel like my brain is going to implode on itself. And it sucks. The only thing I do thank God for is that my parents don't call me stupid or crazy for saying it. because they completely understand. Because they're both EMT and they both freaking transport patients with DID. So, they understand. And they already knew. Which was good to fucking know initially. But no, honestly, DID is stupid, in my opinion. Did they choose the front? The best way I can describe it, imagine a chair. Your chair is your mind. You, as a person, sits in the chair every day of your life. This chair is what makes you you. This chair. When you sit in this chair, you can control your body. You can control your hearing, your eyes, your mouth, everything. You are you. With DID, or any form of multiple personality disorder, even split personality disorder, you have more people who want to sit in that chair. People that are, in theory, fragments of yourself that's turned into a separate person. They want to sit in that chair. Most are respectful. They won't forcefully sit in that chair unless dire circumstances happen or you let them. However, there are some that aren't respectful, and they will force you out of that chair, whether you like it or not. However, you can decide to share the chair. Like, you know how you can sit on the very edge of a chair and have another person sit with you? That is co-fronting. Now, from what I understand, people can co-front with 4 or 3. I can only do it with 1. Because I just honestly believe that if I tried to co-front with Jack and Fred, my mind would literally fucking explode. But you can share the chair. Now, there's, from what I understand, in my experience, primary fronting or primary co-fronting and secondary co-fronting, where you can do everything but they're just watching. It's like backseat gaming with one player. Now, you can let them do stuff and let them control stuff and stuff like that. It really depends on, it's like player 2. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like player 2 in a game. It's like literally like that. That's another analogy. It's like playing a 2-person video game. You can have a player 2 where you can share the player 1 button, or you can plug in player 2. That's the best way I can fucking describe it. Oof. There's people who want to play player 1, and they can ask you for playing player 1, and you can give it to them, or they can take it from you and play player 1. Or you can plug in the other controller and play player 2. That's the best way I can describe it to you. It's certainly something. What I personally think that is sad, and I honestly hope that they, excuse me, I hopefully hope that they get better, are the people who have huge numbers of alters. And common around, because I studied psychiatry for a long time, common number for alters is 18. I have 4. It's not good. It's not looking good. I've met people, and I have talked to people with 36 alters. All of them different races, ethnicities, ages, genders, even species. It certainly is something. I feel bad for those people. I do not know how their head can do it. I can barely deal with 4, let alone 36. It's stuff. Sounds scary. It is. Especially if an aggressive alter takes form and shit like that. So who wants to play the game most in your head? I wouldn't say Fred, because Fred just wants to make sure that I'm alright. I would have to say Jack, because Jack hates being left alone in the darkness, but I don't think that's really much of an issue anymore, because... Now, I did not know this was a fucking thing until I attempted it, which... This is gonna sound really fucking dumb, but apparently it worked. I don't fucking know, but apparently it's a therapy for people with DID. Or something, I don't know. But apparently, you can, from what I understand from my group that I'm on Facebook, because I have a DID support group, inner worlds, like rooms in your head that pretty much that alter lives in. Now, hearing that initially is pretty fucking stupid. And that was my first thought when I heard it. But no, apparently that's a thing. And I tried it. I did not succeed the first, second, third, or fourth time. I fucking did it, I think, 36. But I managed to do it. And so I don't think Jack really has an issue with staying out, or I don't know. But yeah, I haven't heard him complain. But then again, you know, with the events that happened last night. But no. It's interesting stuff. Because apparently... Because one of the things he keeps yelling out about, and during the times I'm able to hear it, he doesn't want to go back to the darkness, which, from what my therapist or what some good friends have told me, is basically the epitome of my subconscious, which I've personally been in. I can understand why, because it's fucking terrifying, because, okay, imagine this. This is the best way I can describe it. How it feels to be locked out of your body and your subconscious. Imagine the sunken place from Get Out. Now, imagine that, but different. I don't know if it's just for me, but for me, I can't hear a fucking thing. Except for those who were right next to me. The other alters. I can't see shit because it's pitch fucking darkness. But I can hear their voices. I can't see anything. I can only hear them. It's terrifying. But I can talk to the person controlling my body, but I can't hear their answers. To an extent. It's like muffled. It's weird. And it's scary. It's really fucking terrifying. But I don't know if it's just with me, though. I think it is just with me. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a thing, but it's terrifying. I'm just glad that I don't have the extreme version, which is schizophrenia on top of DID. Which I would not be surprised that I don't have, because my father is a schizophrenic. Quite literally, he has schizophrenia. My mother has DID. I did not know either of these fucking things. So that's just lovely. My mother has some multiple personality disorder, and my father has schizophrenia. Oh boy, I have mental issues. I'm still surprised that I'm still alive. I'm honestly surprised. I'm honestly surprised 5 people is watching this fucking idiot actually talk about stupid shit. But then again, it's important that I talk to y'all about this. It's just me letting y'all down because Dai attempted to kill himself. Because he can't deal with the fucking pain anymore. Which makes me sad. But honestly, I think that it's good that I've managed to get all of this to most of it off my chest. With y'all, or just with myself. Having someone, be it that it's just a screen, talk about the issues. And not having to deal with the dumbest fucking answers or the stupid fucking excuses I have to hear. Because I will always say this, if I ever hear someone tell me those words again, I will flip 9 layers of hell. Because I fucking hate hearing trying isn't doing. Because I have tried my hardest. And I will not repeat myself, but I have tried my hardest. And if you don't think that trying is doing, you're a cunt. Because trying is making an attempt to do it. Doing it is succeeding. I will most likely never succeed at the things I want to do because of my habit of dreaming big, which kills me in a way because I just want to do the things that I want to do. I want to make a game that people will be inspired of, people will build a community of, make music and stuff like that. I want to have a manga that people will do the same. Fuck, even this channel. I want to have... It's always been my dream to have... Because I look up at these big YouTubers, and I look up... That's the reason why I started fucking YouTube. I look at their communities, and I think all these people love this guy. And they fucking... I look at my community, and yes, y'all do the same, but... God have mercy, have I seen some shit. Most of my fan base has decided to become Leafy's fan base at this rate, which is not a good thing. Most of my fans are pretty much non-existent. Because yes, I may have 7K, but if that was the real case, my videos would probably reach about, what, 500, 600, and I would have more people watching my streams. No, I never wanted to be like Leafy. Leafy, in my opinion, yeah, he was a good YouTuber. I enjoyed his content. But I never want to be like fucking Leafy. What inspired me to do YouTube was grade A under A. Because, you know, that's who inspired me to become a YouTuber. Grade A under A. I never wanted to become Leafy. But apparently now my fucking reputation on Sketch is the Leafy of Sketch. Which pisses me off, honestly. I dream big, honestly, and it just makes me sad when I never achieve it. And which leads to me failing, which leads to me getting sad. It's a constant cycle of death and torment. But anyways, it's getting late. And I've talked for 89 minutes straight. Probably 90. Yep, just turned 90 minutes. It's currently 2:42 in the morning. And I have to be up. Painful. Why can I not just be dead, honestly? But anyways, I'll be answering a few more questions and then I'm gonna get off, so send them right now. And I'll answer them the best I can. Because honestly, I'm getting fucking tired. Would I like to have another chat like this? No. I hope to everything that is holy. I pray to God that I never have to make a stream like this again. I pray. How much do you have your credit? What credit card? I have nothing. I don't even have a fucking debit card. I have to use my mom's that she has for me. I don't own a debit card. I don't own a credit card. I don't own anything like that. And yeah, I don't want to have another stream like this either. Is that it? Is that all this? Anything that has to do with my life, or like anything that we talked about here in the stream? Because you have only 2 minutes before I have to go. Because I'm gonna leave when that thing hits 9-2. Just letting you know it was a nice experience talking to you. Well, honestly, it would do the same. Go to sleep, Daya. Alright. I think that's enough. And it just hit 9:22. You know, before I actually head off, something funny I just want to talk about. I have one of those fucked up ways of getting friends. I have one of the dumbest ways of getting friends. Because most of my friends I've insulted them to oblivion and I have shit on them, which I fucking hate. That I am that much of an asshole. Fuck it, even Diamond Animations. That kid has so much potential. He is such a good fucking animator. I swear to God. And I'm glad that I'm friends with him. But Jesus bloody hell, I don't know how he's friends with me. I made a video fucking insulting him to oblivion. And we're friends. I don't understand. I will most likely never understand how because he even commented on my fucking video. I never said it was a joke video. I don't think I did, at least. I said some kind of fucked up shit. I said things that are mean. But no, he commented on my video discussing my mental health. Saying, you know, he cares and stuff. It's weird how I fucking insulted him to oblivion, but yet he cares. I may not never understand, but that's besides the point. I'm actually gonna head out. I've wasted your time long enough. Probably a video will be out tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna try to work on a video. Hopefully. Maybe not. I might fucking take a fucking year break. I don't know. I guess I'll figure out when I find something to animate or make a video on, because I retired from sketch and hunting pedophiles, so yeah. So I guess share. I don't know if you want to share this with your friends, but I'm gonna head out. Y'all have a good one. Honestly, this gotta be the worst fucking day of my life. And yeah. Yeah, have a good one. Hold that bleach tight. You're definitely gonna need it for the next episode. And most importantly, suicide is not the option. And if you need someone to talk to, just please find it. It's not fun at all. Good night.